Hi everyone. You all know that when you want to make your writing flawless, you need to be very careful with your grammar. And the three common grammar mistakes I'm going to tell you, which you should take it into account when you are writing. So today, the first mistake we are going to take, which is very common, the vague pronoun reference. So, what do you mean by vague pronoun reference? I really want you to take into the account when you are writing. Pronoun, you all know, can replace a noun, and it's like should be the person, place, or a thing. What you are talking about. A vague pronoun reference can actually confuse the reader. Sometimes they don't know what you are talking about. So I'm going to get into a little detail for you all to understand how the vague pronoun reference work. So the incorrect sentence, when Jonathan finally found his dog, he was so happy. Who was happy? Yes, we all know that we use for the dog it. That is different, but it is not about some good writers. They also refer the dog as he was so happy. So the dog or the Jonathan, there is no particular reference about it. How can you fix this vague pronoun reference? Jonathan was so happy when he finally found his dog. So doesn't it make a total sense for the reader? So always take into account these kind of small errors which in day-to-day life and even some of the college students make it. So the second example is Don felt a lot of anger and bitterness as a result of Marie's decision. So this is what ended everything. What ended everything? Is it the Don's anger and bitterness or Marie's decision? This is a classic example. Many of us write like this and we don't realize it, that what the reader is actually going to judge. So Dawn felt a lot of anger and bitterness as a result of Marie's decision. Her choice ended everything. Now it is crystal clear for the reader. So I want you all to take into account the third mistake, a very common mistake, which I see every day when I'm marking papers for my student. And the third mistake is subject verb agreement errors. So you may think, what is the subject verb? The subject verb agreement is a sentence must agree with another number, whether it is a singular or a plural, whether your subject is singular or a plural. Sometimes the subject is very confusing. So the reader, when the person is writing, the thought process is always fast. You know, your thoughts are faster than your pen. So you have to slow down. You have to synchronize your thoughts and your writing process. So in your writing process, an important part of my life have been the people who stood by me. But the important part of my life, the subject here is singular. An important part of my life has been the people who stood by me. So you should know the subject of the sentence and the verb is singular or plural. Now, the second example to make your doubt more clear, the two best things about the party was the food and the music. Now, what is wrong in it? If instantly you hear it, yeah, you don't realize it. But the two best things, that is, the subject here is plural, about the party were the food and the music. So you have to take care of these small errors to make your writing flawless. I'm going to talk about split infinitives. What are split infinitives? It's a little confusing. It is about the infinitive is a word to with a verb. All right, so it comes how it is used, the to with the verb. There are no grammar rules that actually prohibit the split infinitives. All the rule of thumb is to go with what makes the most sense in the contents of your writing for the in the years easy to read, right? But there is again, if it is hard to read and confusing, the split infinitives can play a big role in your writing. So let me show you the incorrect sentence, which looks like this. Incorrect. She tried to quickly, the too quickly finish the book before she had to leave. So with the adverb, when you add to it doesn't sound easy for the reader, all right, and it is not pleasant to read. So she tried to finish the book quickly before she had to leave. She tried to finish. So the to and the finish, the verb do is easy to read for the reader. He wanted to improve his strength gradually by increasing weight. I hope you have understood all of these grammar errors which we make in our day to day life. So, in your writing, you have to be very careful. I'll come up with more tips in my next lesson and share with you all to make your writing the best. See you all.